about the data types. Um, we learned about string type. So how do we define the strings? One example we learned. So while working with the string type, now another important what we learned about string type is we discussed about how do we present that string, means single quotes, double quotes, and backtick. Generally backtick is used for expressions, right? Backtick is used for expression. So next important is when we are dealing with string, you have to understand about one more point about the escaping characters in string. Escaping characters in string. One important problem is when we are designing the string, one important problem is a string literal can contain special characters and a few special characters are ignored by compiler. Few special characters are ignored by compiler. They are ignored by compiler. So and they escape printing. Few special characters are ignored by compiler and they escape printing. Why it will do like that? Because those characters have a different function in the terms of compiler. That's the reason they escape. So that is the reason they escape. So here point is, due to that, sometimes you cannot print the characters. Observe carefully here. Suppose we are using path, variable path is equal to, I written some C:/ images slash some pics slash car.jpg, images slash some cars slash some car Audi slash dot jpg. Now I am printing this. That means document dot write. So I am printing the path. So path is equal to $path. So I am printing the path. Here I am printing the path. Now when I run this, you can see that in the above string, some characters are there like colon, slash, some special characters are there. Out of that, few special characters are not recognized. And important, it will escape those characters. Then see, your path will print like this, C:, and slash is missing. That means slash escaped printing. So wherever slash is there, it is missing. Then our path will go wrong. because we think that slash will work, but actually slash is not working. Then what we have to do is any escaping escaping character, any escaping character can be defined, any escaping character can be with defined with slash. Any escaping character can be defined with slash. It will prevent escaping and prints the non-printable characters. It will prevent escaping and prints the non-printable characters. That's what the escape sequence is. So escaping character can be defined. So like this, it will prevent escaping and prints the non-printable character. That means what we have to do is slash is escaping. Then we have to precede the slash with a slash. We have to precede the slash with a slash. Then it will print this slash. Now many people think that double slash is to print slash. It's not like that. It's not like that. Any character that escapes, for that we have to use slash, not only for slash. Many people, they think like, oh, double slash means one slash will print. No, it's not like that. Any character, if it is escaping, it should precede with slash. So I will save this. Then you can see it is printing that slash. It is printing the slash means it is not making it escape. Very important is, suppose if I use triple slash, if I am using triple slash here, then you can see triple slash also will print only slash. Suppose I use 4 slashes. If I am using 4 slashes here, slash here, that prints double slash. That means for every slash, 1 slash. So that means if any character is escaping, slash. So not only that, for example, actually, suppose we want that, actually, suppose I used quotes. So I want to print this double quotes also. But already we learned that we cannot use a quote in another quote. You can use single quotes. You can use backticks. Then our intention is to print that double quotes. Then we can use here slash. We can use slash. That means for printing that quotes, we can put a slash. Then it will print the double quotes. That means path will be printed in double quote. So any character which is escaping, so you can print that by using slash. That means slash. That means it prints slash quotes. That means it prints double quotes like this. That is the basic point about escape seek. So that means escaping characters. So whenever we are writing string, we can know about this escaping characters. Another point is string with markup. That means actually HTML string with markup. That means, so first point is HTML string can use markup. HTML string can use markup. So it allows a string to format and present using using markup. That means a HTML string can use markup. So it allows a string to format and present. So for escaping, I will give example. This is for escaping. So this is example for escaping. And what will be the output for this output? It prints the output in this way. Right. String can be defined with markup. For example, I want here in a new line, something to be printed in a new line. If you want to print in a new line, then you don't need /n like other languages here. It depends on where you are printing. Suppose you are printing on page, then on page you can print directly by using BR. You can use markup. If you are printing on console, then we have to use /n. So it allows you to directly use markup. That means, for example, what I can do here is I can simply write a template here. That means var login is equal to, I can put backtick. In the backtick, I can add so a data list and a data term and username and data term close, data definition, password. This is text box. Input type is equal to text and data definition close. Another data term password and data term data definition. Input type is equal to password. So data definition, and suppose we have a button. So login and a button close. So better to use backtick because backtick allows you to use all this markup. You can apply all formats you want. Now I will simply write document.log, document.write, we will print that login. Now login is a variable which contains entire markup as string. And I will save this and you can see it will get a login screen like this. That means JavaScript have the ability to use a markup as string and directly print that markup in the UI. We need that in various situations also, because whenever we are trying to present, suppose we want bold, we want italic, we want some colors and effects, we want in a new line, we can directly apply the markup. Dynamically, we can directly apply the markup. That's what we can manage by using this string. That means we can define a string with markup. That's what we can configure. That means a HTML string can use markup. You can simply say that JavaScript string can use markup. It allows a string to format and present using markup. right? So uh, it is mostly used to apply the formats for presentation. To apply the formats for presentation, we have to use this. Example is simple. This is how we write the string. So this is a login string, but this login string is having a lot of markup designed inside it. Remember, we are using backtick here. It will be better for markup and present the markup. Right. That is what actually string option. Next important after understanding how do we define the string, how do we configure and define the string. You need to also understand various string methods. That means JavaScript string methods. That means you need to understand dynamically handling a string. Dynamically handling string. How to dynamically handle the strings. That is important. How we can dynamically handle the strings is important. Actually, JavaScript provides a set of methods. JavaScript provides a set of methods that are used to manipulate and format the string dynamically. JavaScript provides a set of methods which are used to manipulate and format the string dynamically. How we can manipulate and format the string dynamically. So many important functions are provided. How to use these functions and how do we work with these functions is important, because in future lot of validations are handled by using these functions. Lot of validations are handled by using these functions, right? So what are the various functions and how to use them? What are the various methods and how to use them? So let's see the various methods, how to use them. How do we work with them? All right. JavaScript string methods. Technically, you have to know these string methods to handle the strings dynamically. So let's see. String manipulation related, we have member. We have string manipulated related members. That means you can simply say that string methods for manipulation. What are the various string methods for manipulation? So many are there. Number one is char at. So char at. What the purpose of caret is nothing but it returns the character at specified index. Character at specified index. Similarly, we have char code at. It returns the Unicode of character at a specified index. Actually, Unicode is nothing but A means 65 and Z means 90. 65 to 90, A to Z. Those are Unicode. Character codes, actually. These are the character codes, Unicode characters. Right. So we have char at. It returns the character. Char code at. It returns the character code. Character code. Actually, why you need this? Because in order to handle validation, so many are there. I am explaining one by one. In order to handle validation, so define the validation. Define the validation. So let's see one example. So many options are there. One by one, we will learn about them. Let's see how to deal with them actually. Suppose string manipulation functions are important here. I am adding doc type, HTML, head, and script. Type is equal to text/JavaScript. Okay. And the body and here I'm designing some your name and text box. Input type is equal to text and ID as txt name and button type is equal to button and submit. That's the option we have defined. Now important is when a user enters the name and submits. When user enters the name and submits, I have to check whether the name he entered, is having the first character uppercase or not. So if not, then I need to show one message saying that please use the first character uppercase. I want to display that. I want to configure like that. That means here I need to verify whether the first character is uppercase or not. How do we verify whether the first character is uppercase or not? That is important. Generally, char at is used to get the character. Let's write a logic. To display the message, I will use here a div. Later we can create proper examples. These are syntax based examples. Better I will keep a heading. So heading 3. Okay. Here I am defining an ID MSG. Okay. On button click, that means we have to write on click is equal to verify name. Okay. Now here we will write a function. The function is verify name. First, I have to collect username. Username is a variable. That username variable collects value from text box. That means document dot get element by ID txt name dot value. It will get the value from the text box, and it is a string. We can directly print the string MSG. That means where MSG is equal to document get element by ID MSG. MSG is referring to a heading. You can access that heading now in the logic by using this MSG variable. Okay, username is present here and message can be displayed here. Okay, now here I want to collect the first character. How do we collect the first character? Generally, first temporarily print the first character. So I will use msg.innerhtml is equal to username dot char at 0. Char at 0, it will return the character at 0. That means observe carefully. I entered name and click submit. It returns the character at 0. 0 index, first index. The character at 0 index is John, J. Then it will return J. So that is returning the character, which character is present. So whatever character you type here, so it will get that first character and show. But important is that is caret. That means what we have to do, we have to simply define var name is equal to John. And if I say name dot char at 0, that means it will return J. It will return J. Now char code at, let's see. I will use char code at 0. Char code at 0, it will return the character code. Suppose I said uppercase A, B, C, D. It will return the first character code. First character code is 65 because I told you uppercase letter starts with 65. If the first character is Z, then it will be 90. If it is small letters, it will be from 97, and Z will be 122. So 97 to 122. So that means lowercase a is equal to 97 and Z is 122. So you can get the character code, which character they entered, and we can use that. So what we are doing here, we have to get the character code of that particular username and store in variable. I will declare another variable code, and I am displaying char code username dot char code at 0. And here I will write a condition, if condition. If code is greater than or equal to 65 and double ampersand, code is less than or equal to 90. That means if code is between 65 to 90, if code is between 65 to 90, that means it is capital letter, then collect the name and display. That means console msg.innerhtml. Here we will print hello and that username. Then I will use backticks. So here I will say hello and dollar expression. I told you username. That username will be printed. Else, what should happen? That means if it is not 65 to 90, msg.innerhtml is equal to, you can display a simple message. Please enter name, starting with name starting with starting with the uppercase letter, starting with uppercase letter. That's what option I have defined. Now see, I will refresh here. I am typing the name, some name, and click submit. It says please enter name starting with uppercase letter. If I start with uppercase letter, then it should say that hello David. That means we are verifying. Actually, later we can verify by regular expressions also that you will learn in the next level. But here we can understand by accessing the code. So any name they can enter and click on submit. Then it says please enter name starting with uppercase letter. If uppercase letter starts, then only it will work. It will work. That means we can restrict. You can restrict so many. For example, if he is not entering, if he is entering 1, 2, 3 like this, then it is displaying another message. But actually what it should do, it should say that numbers and special characters not allowed. Numbers and special characters not allowed. That message it has to show. That means what we can do is we can get the code of the numbers and special characters. We can verify and we can write logic for that also. So that you will learn in regular expression how to handle that. But here, please enter name starting with uppercase letter. Anything other than that, it will not accept. You entered that and click on submit, then it will submit. That it will submit. That means dynamically we are controlling that. So how we can get the character? By using caret. How you can get the character code? By using char code at. Char code at. It is used to get the character code. Character code. Right. So that is one important to understand. That means generally why to use character codes. Sometimes when you are using passwords and all, if at any character uppercase letter came, immediately we should show a warning saying that uppercase is not allowed. Such things we will learn. But here we are just understanding basic methods, what is their purpose and how to use them. Such registration forms with validations, complex things we will design later. So this is one example. Suppose var name is equal to some name. That is the name. And if I say name dot char code at 0, then what it will do? It will return 65. It will return 65. Remember, you can get character code at any index. 0, 1, 2, 3 at any index you can get. So that you can verify. Later you can write a condition. Verify every character. By using a looping, you can show the message also. Later we will see. For that we need to learn conditions and logics. Example, how to handle this character code at, char code at. This is one simple example for you to practice. That means how we can get the character code and verify. That is how we do. Actually, no need to wait up to submit button click. While typing itself, we can display. So that events we will learn later, right? Initially, we need to just understand what is caret and what is char code at, and how to use them. How do we use them? Uh, how we can use char at also, I will show you different examples. We will see that. Right. So string manipulation related some important functions are this. Another option is another important method. We have index of and the last index of last index of. Actually, index of is nothing but it can search for a word or character. It can search for a character or word in given string and return its index number If character not found, then it returns -1. It returns -1. It returns -1. Another point is it it gets the index of first occurrence. It gets the index of first occurrence. First occurrence means if the character is repeating so many times, then what it will do is, if the character is repeating so many times, then obviously it will get not every occurrence, it will get only first occurrence, first time where it occurred. Suppose I am using message is equal to welcome. Now msg dot index of e. Now what it will return? E occurred 2 times. Index of e it will return. Index of e it will return as 1. That means it will get only the first occurrence, not the last occurrence. Actually 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At 6 also e is there, but it returns only 1. That means index of character. It will get that index of character. Suppose msg dot index of a. I am searching for a. Then it returns -1 because there is no a. If any character is not found or word not found, then it will immediately return -1. Last index of is nothing but it returns the last occurrence index number. Last occurrence index number. That means where msg is equal to welcome and msg dot last index of e, then it will return as 6. It will return as 6. This is also, it will return -1 if it is not found. Now immediately many people will have a simple doubt, like immediately they ask this doubt. Generally we see regularly in our batches now. When we tell about this point, immediately one question will come. They will ask, sir, how to find every occurrence? How to find every occurrence? For that you need to learn so many logics for that, right? For finding the first occurrence, last occurrence, we have functions. For finding every occurrence, there is no function. For that we need to implement a logic. Through the logic, you have to write logic in such a way that it will search one occurrence after that next occurrence. For that, we can understand the logics, how to write in later stage. Actually, for that also, in the latest versions, we have some functions. So I will tell you how we can do that, right? So for that, we can handle certain values, certain options, we can use that. But simple logic also required, I will tell you. Now, what is the purpose? What is the purpose of this index of last index of? Index of last index of is important because we are expecting that particular character. And if that character is not there, then we are searching for the character. If the character is not there, we have to tell them that please enter. Please enter. Right? That is important. Lot of logic is there. I will tell you lot of logic how we can define. For example, I will take another one. So, and here I will say string one.html. Okay, let's create a page here. Doc type HTML head and script. Okay, type is equal to text slash JavaScript. Fine. And here in the body, I am defining, so verify email. Lot of conditions are present. I am just showing one point here. Input type is equal to text. Okay. And here we have a button. Type is equal to button. And here submit. Same below, I will keep a heading. ID as MSG. Okay. These are not complete examples, just syntax based examples. That's the reason we are designing simple. So on click is equal to submit click. Okay. We will define the function submit click. And on submit click, we need a functionality to define here. And what's the functionality? Is collect the text boxes. Text box will have an ID, txt email. Okay. So where email is equal to document.get element by ID, txt email dot value. You are collecting the email. And where MSG is equal to document get element by ID MSG. MSG is heading. Right. Now you can give same name, no problem. Right. So that it is easy for understanding. Now I need to verify the point that email should have an @. If @ is not found in email they have entered, then I have to show a message saying that please provide @. Right? @ is missing. Then how you will search that email don't have heading @. Then what you can do is you can write here a simple condition. If email dot index of @ is equal to -1 is equal to -1. That means email dot index of, that means inside email, if @ is not found, then it will return -1. That means this is used to get index number. I will make it more simple to understand for you. Where @index is equal to email dot index of @. It will get @index. It will get @index. Where @index is equal to email dot index of at the net. It will get at the net index. We'll write a condition. If at index is equal to -1, that means at the net is not found. Then msg dot inner html. I will keep a message here, right? So at the net required in email. At the net required in email. That means error. I will just put a message error. At the net required in email. Else, I have to say that msg dot inner html. So your email, that means the email they entered. So email, and that email what they entered, that means $email, your email verified, that message should come. Your email verified, that message should come. See, don't think that this is for verifying email. This is only a point to understand how to search for character, whether that character is there or not. Email validation means lot of other concepts will come into picture. Such things you will able to design after learning regular expressions and some more functions. Don't think this is email validation. This is not email validation. This is just an example to understand what is the purpose of index of. So later we can make it correct example with all functionality properly. Initially, I will refresh here. Now important, I am writing, so I will open this page. This is another page actually. So here you can see it is having an option. So verify email. I am typing something, some John gmail.com and hit submit. Then it says error, at the net required in email. I am using at the net and click submit. Then it says your email john@gmail.com verified. That's good. That means we are able to search whether that character is present or not. The character is present or not. Lot of conditions are there. For example, suppose if they entered that at the net at the beginning, then it should show an error saying that you cannot start with at the net, invalid email. That means its position also important. That also we can do. For that, for every point you have to write a logic. It will not simply work. That's the reason later you will learn that such email validations and all are done by using regular expressions. We write regular expressions and validate the emails and their patterns and all, right? If I start writing condition, so many conditions I have to write. So that means after 2 characters email should at the net should be, at the net should not repeat again. So all such conditions we have to write. Instead of wasting time in writing all such conditions, we will use regular expressions. This is an example to understand whether means how to use the function, how to use the function index of. So, or last index of, last index of, that you can manage, right? Index of, last index of. So how we can do that? We can do that so that we can verify by using these functions. Last index of last occurrence. For that also we will see example, last occurrence, how it is used, the first occurrence and last occurrence. So here now the logic is nothing but if you enter at the net, then it says verify. How it verifies that at the net is not there? Just simple, because in the condition, it will first get the index number of at the net. If index number of at the net is -1, that means it is not there. If it is there, then it will just simply print that option, right? That's what actually index of. Index of, last index of are used for such points. When to use last index of? Suppose you are searching for last occurrence. Last occurrence means, suppose I want to search for dot, and dot can be like this: john.nit @gmail.com. Here dot has two occurrences, but I want to verify the last occurrence so that I can get this com or co.in like that. Then how we can get the last occurrence of dot to get the domain? For that I will show you another example, because in another example you will learn how to extract the string from that index. Then you can easily handle that, right? In this situation, if I use index of, it will get the first occurrence. I want last occurrence, then I will use last index of. After getting the index, from that index I can read the characters, how to read the characters from specific index and return them. For that we need to understand some more functions. So these are only 4 functions you learn: how to use character it, how to use character code it, how to use index of, how do we use last index of. That is important here. Another option is in the functions. We have so many functions. Like this is number 5. We have functions like starts with. We have functions like ends with. We have functions like ends with. We have function like concat, that is combining, right? We have function like, so in slice, splice, match, local, compare. We have function like match. We have function like repeat. We have function like replace. So we have function like search. We have function like slice. And we have function like split. Right? We have function like substring. We have function like substr. In many interviews they ask these questions, differences also. We have function like to lowercase, and we have function like to uppercase. These are all the string manipulation related functions. We have function like trim. These are regularly used functions. We have function like toString. These are all string related manipulation functions. So many string manipulation functions. In all these string manipulation functions, we learned few. And we have other string manipulation functions that we will see tomorrow, right? If you are perfect with string manipulation, then you can design examples with them. Real world examples we can prepare with them. So first we need to understand how they are used, how to use them, how to work with them, right? So tomorrow we will continue with that. Tomorrow we will finish all the string functions. Then we can go into other data type, how to handle. First I will give you some examples on this. Then we can go into other data types, how to work with the data types, right? Tomorrow we'll continue. Okay, thank you.